There are some requirements for this method, but it is no lie. You could very much make £140 tax-free in 15 minutes or less. So, unless you're making £560 net per hour, and I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say that you don't, then you seriously need to do this. Even though this video won't be as long as normal, as someone who is all about money and ultimately investing, I'm always looking to ways to make my money grow a lot more for me, for as little to no effort as possible. I really do feel this fit the niche of my channel, but most importantly, my viewers. But talking about some of my viewers, I wanted to give a really quick shout out to all former patrons. So to you, Rob, Jake, Tony and Stephen, your support means a hell of a lot to me, so thank you. Link to my Patreon will be in the description below. Anyway, after running a quick poll just a few days ago, I could see that nearly 60% of my viewers could really benefit from this method. But don't fear if you're part of the 40% though, as there's a good chance you could prompt a friend or a family member to take advantage of this very unique situation. So, for you to be clear, if you or someone you know could take advantage of this, here are the following 2 requirements. 1, you work in the UK, and then 2, you've been required to work from home for at least 1 day since the start of the pandemic, which is classed as when we went into lockdown, so that being the 23rd of March 2020. So you just need to work from home for one of those days since that date. If so, then you can claim £6 a week from the government for a whole year. So yes, even if you've had to work from home for just 1 day since the start, you can legally claim a full year's worth of this benefit. So £6 a day for 52 weeks per year. The reason why the government has done this is that they appreciate that some people have had to work from home for a little bit due to the pandemic. They might have gone back into the office a bit and then come back again, or they might have been on some flexible agreements that's been quite complicated. They know that it would be a mammoth task to prove all this, so it would be far cheaper for the government to just simply open the floodgates, and that's why this is a very unique situation. You might think, well hang on Nick, £6 a week is £312 for a year. Where on earth have you got £140 from? Good question, Smarty Pants. Let me explain. This is due to the benefit coming in the form of tax relief. The full official title of this scheme is called Working from Home Tax Relief. This has always been available, but you've had to submit quite a lot of receipts and all sorts to prove your case. Basically, a lot of work for actually not a lot of benefit. Following the pandemic, the government appreciates there's been a lot of people working from home and incurring a lot of additional costs in terms of extra heating, extra electric, and all those sort of things that you've had to pay for instead of actually your company paying for as you've been in an office. This means people have been paying their own money for the benefit of their companies, and the money they've been paying to do this has actually had income tax applied to it. Thus, there needs to be some form of relief on the amount paid. How much you'll be able to benefit from this scheme will depend on your income tax banding. So if you pay a basic rate of tax, you'll be able to get £1.20 per week in your pay packet after tax, so about £63 a year. But if you're a higher rate payer, it'd be £2.40 a week, so about £125 for a whole year. And then if you're earning mega bucks at that higher tax rate, then you'd be able to get £2.70 a week, which is about £140 per year. So no matter your tax banding, it is more than worthwhile you claiming this. So if you like the sound of free money for very little effort, then please do me a favour and like this video. Right, that's enough about what it is. How on earth do we claim this? Well, you need to visit the government website, so it'll be gov.uk for this form. But what I'll do to make it easy, I'll put the link to the website directly to the page you need in the description below. At the bottom of this page, it'll say, check if you can claim. The first question you'll get asked is, are you claiming tax relief on your expenses from working from home? I'm assuming as you're doing this, then it's going to be a yes. The next question is, do you complete self-assessment returns? And I imagine for the vast majority of you, this will be no. The third question is, has your employer paid for your expenses for work from home? Again, this is very likely to be no. The last question will be, have you had to work from home because of COVID? To clarify, if you've been working from home before COVID, but you've had to work at home more because of it, you can still claim this. So most of you will click yes. Personally, I used to work from home 2 days a week, but since the pandemic, I've had to work from home 5 days a week. If you answer the questions in this way, it will then say that you can claim tax relief, and in order to do so, you'll need a government gateway ID. Please don't freak out at this stage. Getting a government gateway ID takes literally 10 minutes. And to clarify, that 10 minutes is built into this 15-minute claiming period that I've discussed before. To help you out a bit more, I'll put a link in the description below that is no longer than 8 minutes to show you how to get this ID. But what you'll need to complete this is your national insurance number, So you can find this a few ways. You might even have your card, you might have a payslip, or you might have a letter from HMRC. And then you'll need one of the following: a recent payslip, a P60, or a valid UK passport. Once you have this, go back to where we just got to and hit the claim your tax relief online. It will literally take 2 minutes to do so. Once you've submitted this information, your tax code should update within 2 days, meaning that each time you get your payslip for the coming year, you'll receive more money in your pocket than you would have before. If this short and sweet video has really helped you, then please forward it to a friend or family who could really benefit from this, and ask them a simple question: are you aware of this? Because they really need to be. I'd love to know in the comment section below if you've actually completed this application and felt the benefit of it, so please let me know. If someone offered you £60 in cash right now to do 50 minutes of work, would you? I'm not going to lie, I certainly would. Anyway, that's all for this video. See you in the next one.